Before Europe had factories, before borders were drawn, before the word free trade even existed, India was already trading with the world. Not quietly, not locally, but at a scale so massive, it shaped civilizations. This is the real story of the mother of all trade relationships, India and Europe. Thousands of years ago, India wasn't developing. It was producing spices, silk, cotton, steel, precious stones, medicines. India didn't just sell goods, it sold desire. Roman elites drank Indian pepper like luxury wine. Indian cotton dressed European royalty. Indian steel, woot steel, was so advanced it later inspired Damascus blades. And here's the most shocking part. Trade was mostly free. No IMF, no tariffs war, no trade sanctions. Just ships, trust, and demand. The ancient Indo-Roman trade routes connected Indian ports like Muziris and Arachamidu to Rome, Greece, and Egypt. Roman gold flowed into India so heavily that Roman senators complained their empire was bleeding wealth to India. That's not mythology. That's recorded history. India wasn't begging for access. Europe was paying the price. Then came the Middle Ages. Arab and Indian traders controlled sea routes. Europe didn't dominate trade. It depended on it. This dependency is what triggered everything. Europe didn't come to India for friendship. It came because it couldn't live without Indian goods. And when peaceful trade wasn't enough, power replaced partnership. The Portuguese arrived, then the Dutch, then the British. Trade slowly transformed into control. The East India Company wasn't a company. It was a weapon. What began as free trade ended as forced trade. What began as partnership ended as plunder. By the time Britain left India, India's share of global trade had collapsed from nearly 25% to less than 2%. Europe industrialized. India was deindustrialized. That was not an accident. That was design. Fast forward to today. The empires are gone. But trade never stopped. Now the relationship has a new name: Free Trade Agreement. India and Europe, especially the European Union, are once again negotiating trade deals. But this time, the power balance is different. India is no longer a colony. It's a market of 1.4 billion people, a manufacturing hub, a technology powerhouse. Europe, on the other hand, needs what it once took: skilled labor, digital services, pharmaceuticals, green energy partnerships, supply chain stability. The modern India-EU trade relationship is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, spanning IT services, automobiles, chemicals, textiles, and clean energy. Sounds equal, right? Not fully. Europe wants market access. India wants technology transfer. Europe talks sustainability standards. India talks development reality. This is no longer gunboat diplomacy. It's negotiation warfare. So is today's trade truly free? Here's the truth. Ancient trade was free because power was balanced. Colonial trade was forced because power was stolen. Modern trade is strategic because power is contested. India remembers history. Europe remembers dependence. That memory shapes every clause, every tariff, every delay. This isn't just commerce. It's correction. India isn't trying to dominate. It's trying to reclaim its place. And Europe isn't trying to rule. It's trying to adapt. The mother of all free trade didn't begin in boardrooms. It began on oceans, under monsoon winds, carried by wooden ships and shared ambition. History broke it. Colonialism twisted it. And now, slowly, India and Europe are trying to rebuild it. But this time, with eyes open. Because trade isn't just about goods. It's about memory, power, and who gets to write the future. Welcome to D Block. It's not conspiracy, just reality.